everybody, it's Jackie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to do a get ready with me using the Natasha Denona bronze palette. I've had this for a couple weeks now. I've got a chance to use it. Probably this will be my 5th time, and what I think about overall. So let's get going. I've already got my makeup done. I have got my serums on, my Australian Gold, Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I am wearing Becca Capri Coast Highlighter, Tiger Lily Blush, and Dreamsicle Bronzer. I've got ColourPop in my brows. I'm going to be using my Benefit Roller Lash, and I've got my Lazy Daisy Dose of Colors liquid lipstick. So I've been using this palette and using this palette and using this palette, and everything I do comes out kind of peachy because there is no really light shade for brow bone, and I think the palette really needs like a deep chocolate shade. The darkest shade you have is this kind of reddish brown matte, but I think it really needs a deep chocolate. So what I've been doing is pulling in my Sunset palette because that has a lot of mattes in it, and it has some of the darker chocolate matte, so still keeping, and it's got the lighter shade as well. So keeping, I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to do the whole thing with bronze, but I do think these two do pair nicely together because this needs something. I don't regret the purchase, but because it's visually stunning. I took it outside in the sun and it's just so gorgeous. I don't regret buying it because of the price point, $65, and I think it's an excellent summer palette, but I don't think anybody needs it. So I gotta hurry because I'm getting ready to go to church, and I just want to talk to y'all a quick minute. So I'm just gonna get going here, pulling out my nice clean brushes. This is a Wayne Goss here. I'm just going to get this lightest shade down here in the corner and go all over and just do a quick look. And congratulations to Angelica Nyquist for getting married. I'm so happy for her. Didn't know that was coming. I mean, I knew she was engaged, and because of COVID-19. Now see how this is like a nutmeg cinnamon, and already I've got too dark. So I'm gonna keep going, but I'm trying to get away from the peach and try to do something, Hello Pigment, try to do something more actual bronze. That actually might work. So all right, I was going to do that as an all over shade, but it's not light enough, so all right, I'll just do that. I'm gonna sweep underneath. Y'all been doing okay? What'd you think about Jeffree Star's apology? I for one was gonna do my 2 cents on the whole situation with Toddy, James Charles, the drama that happened last year, Shane Dawson, all that stuff. And I just think that everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has stuff in their past, especially in their youth, that they said or did. And Jeffree's always been like a shock person. And I think also Jeffree grew up in a way that, you know, you do things. I'm going to use this light shade and try to do this in the brow bone, and it's going to wind up another peachy look. I think that, you know, things that happen to you affect how you react to situations. And, you know, Jeffree grew up with his father committing suicide at what, age 6, and then being raised by a single mother who was into her own thing, partying and drinking, and Jeffree was kind of left on his own a lot. He was a cutter, which was shown in Shane Dawson's video, and I think, you know, Shane really, I think he saw the dollar signs in his eyes when, you know, they did the makeup palette series, but I think he also had genuine concern for Jeffree when he decided. I mean, I'll never forget that video when Jeffree, when he took Jeffree back to where he used to live, and he revealed that he was a cutter and all that. And, you know, Jeffree had esteem problems, and I'm sure he was called a lot of names too. And I think if people call you names, you're just going to react and lash out, and, you know, And I think he's sorry for that. I know he called Jackie Ina some horrible things, and you know, that's uncalled for. And I'm going to use palladium. This is the one color that I really like to keep it more brown than peach, going in with a different Wayne Goss from the anniversary set. And I'm not making excuses. I mean, I got stuff. I think everybody's got stuff. I mean, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. And I'm personally happy to see Jeffree back, and looking forward to his release in August. I didn't buy any of the lip liners because I don't really use lip liners too much. And his Morphe sale, where everything's 50% off at Ulta right now. Well, I had already purchased the Morphe Jeffree Star palette. I like it. I think it's a good springtime palette with the pinks and the greens, and I personally like that palette. So if you're looking for a deal, you can certainly, I think it's only like 15 bucks or something, maybe $13. His brushes are all half price. I picked up the eye set, the Morphe eye set, and although I haven't used it, for the price, I was impressed with in the little pencil case with all those brushes. I mean, it's such a steal. So I went back, and just to complete my collection of his brushes, I did go back and buy the face brushes, half price, which are on the way from Morphe. And I saw them in store at Ulta half price, and I wasn't really impressed with the quality, so I was gonna send them back, but I think I'll just go ahead and keep them, and that'll complete my set there. And I didn't buy, you know, the sponges, and everything was half price. I've been enjoying Rich Lux with his commentary on the situation. You know, and again, Shane has got all kinds of, you know, who knew? But again, that was 10 years ago. I don't think they really, you know, that was then. I didn't watch those channels then. I watch them now. You know, in the past probably 5 years, I've been watching Jeffree, and I know he's done a lot of good for the community. He has given a lot to the, I mean, I don't know, I saw the video where he stopped and gave money to a homeless person, and he's always done that. He's always, actually, I do like this look. So that is pretty. I finally did a look with the bronze palette that I like, but I like the palladium. So it's good. Okay, I'm gonna throw on my lashes. But, you know, Jeffree has given a lot of money. You know, he was recently doing with the Cash App, you know, people who needed money, all the money he's given to the gay, lesbian, transgender community. I think he's done more good than bad, okay? So, I mean, that's my whole 2 cents on the situation. I think Toddy, I used to watch Toddy all the time. I especially loved her unboxings with her husband James. I thought those were a lot of fun, where he would open up the boxes, and you know, I thought I was happy for her when she released her palette, although I purchased it, but then I canceled the order because I didn't want 4 shades, I mean the same shades with 4 different finishes. Anyways, but I have purchased things that Toddy recommended that I did not care for, and I know that, you know, it all depends on your, you know, whatever, but I don't know why Toddy airs her dirty laundry. I mean, if she had a problem with James Charles and how he was coming on to the waiter at her birthday party or whatever, why did she put that on social media? Why didn't she just call James Charles and say, hey, you know, you embarrassed me to death in front of my parents, blah blah blah. You know, and I don't know what's up with Toddy, but she's the one that I quit watching. And I had always watched her. I'd always liked her. I remember she used to have like Jeffree's velour liquid lipsticks in the background. I've always watched. I don't watch James Charles. I think he's a very talented kid, but I mean, he's a kid, so I'm not really into him. He's young, you know, and that's a whole different vibe. So I never watched James Charles. I never watched Shane Dawson, but I did like his series with Jeffree, and I didn't buy Conspiracy palette because I just didn't care for the shades or Mini Controversy. I'm a Jeffree Star fan, but I wasn't going to buy something that I didn't care for. Hopefully it'll show up in a mystery box. I didn't buy Cremated because I just thought it was too much the same. But again, I hope it shows up in a mystery box, because I'll definitely buy that. The last thing that I bought was Bloodlust, and I have Bloodlust. Well, watch my video. I have all of his palettes going back to the very first one, Beauty Killer. I bought them all, and I absolutely love them, and I really like the quality, and I continue to support Jeffree Star. And so yeah, don't watch Shane, don't watch James Charles, don't watch Toddy evermore, because then she come on and did this other thing, and it's just like, keep that behind. You got a problem with somebody. The cats are in the cabinet. Peanut, get out of the cabinet. That's what I need, is plates on the floor. You silly girl. But anyways, if you got a problem with somebody, quit watching them. But you don't have to air your dirty laundry. And I think, I cancel Toddy. That's where I'm at with it. I support Jeffree. I still don't watch Shane, but I did enjoy his series. I think they did wrong in their past. So did I. So did everybody. Nobody's perfect. When Jeffree's throwing around the N-word, well, he probably got called a F-A-G-G-O-T. He probably, he was, you react to what's, what I'm saying? It's just like, everybody just needs to move on. It's bad. Yes, it's bad, but that's what I think about it. But anyways, yeah, so happy for Angelica. Glad to see Jeffree back on the air. Jeffree makes me laugh, and Rich Lux makes me laugh. Do I agree with everything? No, but that's my 2 cents, and this is my 2 cents on Natasha Denona. I like it. I don't love it. I like to look at it. I like to take it out in the sun and look at it, but it's so pretty. But I'll tell you what, by the end of the day, that's really pretty what I did today. Oh my goodness. Well, I gotta tell you though, yesterday I did a look with my old Lorac Desert Sunset palette, and I absolutely love it. Now this palette has got the light shade, it's got the chocolate brown, it still has a purple, and my look was stunning by the end of the day after working all day. And I even went swimming after work, but I didn't dunk my head under the water. But even my mascara hadn't flaked, and my roller lash and my eyes still looked great. So I got splashed, but my makeup, I got home, I was like, oh my god, my makeup still looks good. I really do love the Night Owl by ColourPop, because again, you've got the light shade that you need, you've got your chocolate, and I have to say, this metallic on the bottom is absolutely stunning, and so I absolutely love this palette. If you just, I don't think you can get it, but you could probably get it off of eBay, and it's got some gorgeous, gorgeous shades. Absolutely love it. So I don't think you need the Natasha Denona palette at all if you have one of these. Also, the Warrior by Juvia's Place. Absolutely love it. Got the great big pans. Again, you've got your light for your brow bone matte. You've got your dark up here. You've got your shimmers. You've even got the reddish brown. So Juvia's Place Warrior palette is another fantastic, thing you can do instead of Natasha Denona. And the Urban Decay Naked Heat. Absolutely love this palette. And you've got a lot of the reddish brown tones. You've got your light. You've got your dark. You've got your chocolate. This is a fantastic palette as well. So that's it for this one. My name's Jackie. Please like, subscribe, leave me a message. If you don't like Jeffree Star, I totally get it. But I'm 56 years old, and I've been around the block a few times, and I know everybody's got crap. And if you're gonna hold somebody to their past mistakes, you must be really, really young, and you haven't made any mistakes yet. But I promise you, you will. Okay, and you're gonna be sorry, and everybody needs forgiveness. So let's just love each other and move on. Okay, thanks a lot, y'all. Have a great one. Bye-bye. Okay, y'all, so I just got back from church, and I forgot a couple points I wanted to make. I did watch James Charles, his channel one time. I watched the game show where he and Jeffree and Tati answered questions about, I thought that was charming. I thought that was a great video, especially when, and Jeffree was great in it, when they were trying to name owner of a company or whatever, and you know, nobody said Jeffree's name. I thought that was so cute, and I thought that was a great video. So I did watch James Charles' channel one time, and I think he's a very talented makeup artist from what I've seen of him in clips in Rich Luck's videos and Jeffree videos and Tati's videos. So I think he's a very talented makeup artist. I know he did Tati's wedding makeup for her when she married James before he blew up and got big time in his career. And the other thing that I want to make note of is I think Morphe has made a huge mistake cutting Jeffree's brand from their stores. I think Jeffree was probably their biggest money maker. I mean, we all saw the Shane and Jeffree controversy palette mall scene where it's just totally mobbed, and I think they were kind of a little bit too quick to jump on that bandwagon to cut him loose. I think they're going to regret it. I think Jeffree is just at the tip of the iceberg where his brand is going. I think he is going to come back from this bigger and better than ever, and I think Morphe is going to totally regret taking him out of their stores. So just a couple other points I wanted to make. So yeah, you know, Jeffree has enough product. He could open up his own little brick and mortar stores, but I don't think he needs to do that. But if there was a tiny little Jeffree Store cosmetics stores, I think they do phenomenally. But I mean, he can just do his website, and I guess, I don't know if Ulta is just discontinuing him altogether. Well, I guess because it was just Morphe what they sold. So anyways, I don't know. I think that was a bad move business-wise, because I think Jeffree's going to come back out of this and just be fine. So, okay, just wanted to add those notes in. Thanks.